Hi, Cancer. I'm your Empress Divine. You're watching the Empress Divine Channel, and I channel messages straight from Spirit to the Divine Feminine only. I don't apologize for that masculine. If you watch closely and quietly, you may be able to find something about yourself and your feminine's reading, okay? That's just how it is over here, okay? Cancer Feminine, Happy New Year. Welcome into 2020. 2020 it was like 11 minutes into the new year, and I had already gotten my first download. I pranced into this decade with full realization of myself, and that is setting precedent, for the rest of the decade. So I hope that the message that I give to you here tonight will help you in the same way, okay? I just want Spirit to deliver to you exactly what it is that you need to know. At the first half of the reading, we talk about you. It's always about us first. Ladies first. It's about you, Divine Feminine, how you are and what you do first. So we talk about that first, and then we get into the love. So Goddess Guidance, what do we have for Cancer? Fresh into the new year, the 2-0. We have bold. Oh, sexy bold too. Ooh, ow. So it's something about your eyes, Cancer. Something about your eyes are very intoxicating, very hypnotizing. Or maybe you just started wearing contacts and it changed up your look a little bit, made you a little bit more badass. You don't look so sweet. With this bold energy, it's like shit ain't sweet no more. Somebody done let out a wolf. You used to be a soft little kitty cat, now you a wolf. Let's see what's going on here. Bold, unleash your adventurous side. Take risks and be daring. I just heard give no fucks. Give no fuck. Yeah. Give no fuck. Yeah. Alright. You finna run through some commas, Cancer? What's going on? It's a road you've been on for a long time, and it didn't seem like things were going anywhere for you. It's like no matter how hard you tried, it's like, what am I doing wrong? You kept trying to study. What am I doing wrong? What's going on? Why ain't things happening for me? Whatever situation you just thought about when I was talking like that, justice is getting ready to be served, okay? And it's going to come in swiftly, a swift end to it. A very swift end. Something that has been a nail in your foot, a thorn in your side for quite some time is getting ready to go away, okay? And it will go away with proper justice. For some, that could be, a court proceeding. For others, it can be, a contract being signed. It could be legal work, divorce papers, whatever the case may be. Something is getting ready to cease. It's getting ready to end, and it will come to an end quickly. And in a way that is fair and balanced. You don't have to worry about being, messed over. You don't have to worry about nobody taking advantage of you. None of that. I feel like you already have all of your bases covered. You've been dealing with it for a very long time, and for a very long time it bothered you. You may have taken some losses here, so somebody may have taken something from you in the past, or they may have screwed you over in the past. And it had you feeling some type of way. You kind of had to check yourself on your feelings, or maybe you've even been holding yourself back. But I feel like, at the top of 2020, you will have justice. And it will be quick. And for anyone who is deserving of harsh justice, it will be a little harsh on them. It's going to be something that is going to bother them. If you've been on the right side of things, you have nothing to worry about. If you haven't been on the up and up, then it's going to come a time where you can no longer be, be a liar or a cheater, a deceiver, a heartbreaker. Any of that, justice is not in your favor. I think there's more so for a cross watcher. But for the Cancer, situation that has been plaguing you for a while, you kept looking at yourself like, what am I doing wrong? What can I do better? Justice is about to be served. A balanced solution is getting ready to come to you, and it's coming to you quickly. Okay? So That is the quick snip spiritual message for just the feminine herself. Let's get into your love space. What's going on with the love space for Cancer? Love space for Cancer. Love space for Cancer. Love space for Cancer. Uh-oh. Camden coming over here too, huh? Coming. Something coming. Something you can wrap your arms around. Something you can hold on to. I feel like an apology. An apology, but I don't feel like it's sad. I don't feel like it's sad. It may not, you know what, it may not even be a full apology. It can just kind of be like retribution. Where somebody maybe owed you something and they didn't give it to you, what they owed to you. And this is the love portion. So you've been giving your all to somebody, or you've been holding, you know, somebody in your heart, keeping space for them. It's like finally they open up and show you a little vulnerability and give you what it is that you deserve the whole time. It's going to make you very happy. Very, very happy. You've been able to hold a lot in out of feminine grace, pretty much. Like if you had a grandmother or a mother or an auntie or an older female mentor who kind of talked to you about how women carry themselves and, you know, the things that we have to deal with, the things that we have to go through in order to be treated like decent fucking human beings. Excuse my language, but you know how that is, feminines. That grace has led you to this point of being reimbursed and being reimbursed handsomely. Look at all of these freaking cards just flying over the place. That's the King of Pentacles, y'all. I mean, I'm all out of the camera shot. It's just real ghetto. But that feminine grace is leading to you being treated very well. So if you've had to kind of just like bow down to a person, I hate saying it that way, but that is how I was led to say it. If you felt like you've had to bow down to a person, if you felt like you've had to kiss ass for a person, if you felt like you have been, you know, kind of controlled or manipulated by a person for some time and you've had to play the long game, like you knew what the end result that you were going for was in the relationship. And I feel like the end game was like winning this person's heart. The King of Cups is very choosy about who he shows vulnerability to. He don't really come forth a lot. He holds a lot in. But I feel like you always just kind of knew underneath it all that this person has a very loving demeanor. See, only Cancer can see that. They see the things that are hidden. That's another meaning I get from this bold. A lot of people who are bold on the inside, you may not know it. You don't necessarily see it. It's not always loud. Boldness is not always loud. It's just very alluring. And I feel like you have a type of love that this person couldn't help but become attached to. And even though they may have been the type of person who keeps his feelings to himself and he's, you know, the strong silent type or whatever, has a deep well of emotions, but is more so focused on just being stable and getting his money. Or, you know, he may have a lot of girls that like him, because I do feel like this person is very good looking. A lot of women or a lot of feminines may be after this person, but he's very picky, very choosy about who he gives his energy to. Very choosy lover. And you won him over. Or you're winning him over going into 2020. And I feel like a part of winning him over, because I don't ever like to make a man feel like he's the prize, but that's part of, you know, that's part of the game sometimes. And it's all a game. If you ain't playing, you losing. I don't care how spiritual you are, it is all a game. We are in a literal simulation. It's a game. You better be the programmer. If you're not playing, that means you letting somebody else's game run you over. So yes, you've had to play the game, but I feel like you were taught well by some feminine figure, some like high priestess like energy, some woman in your life who is very aware of her feminine energy, who uses her feminine energy very cleverly, very wisely. Or maybe you've just been on a journey yourself to build up or become more intimate with your own feminine energy, but in some type of way, whether you had like a mother who was like a debutante or an aunt who was in pageants, that type of feminine energy is what I'm talking about here. Or maybe you've even watched people on YouTube, women on YouTube who kind of give that type of advice on their vlogs or on their channels. That type of energy has kind of moved you into this space where you are now well off in the relationship and where you are very cared for in the relationship. Pretty much you're becoming a kept woman. But even more importantly than just being a kept woman, because it's not even just about somebody else's bag, it's you getting the passion and the attention and the recognition and the love that you have been working for steadily. It's like you kind of had you had it in your mind. You knew exactly what it was that you wanted, but like a true queen, you didn't go around telling, well, I want this and I'm gonna have that and I'm gonna have that. You were not loud about it, which is a very feminine principle as well. Not very loud about it, very soft and very passive about it. And that allows that, that masculine, strong, forceful energy to do its thing. When you can be soft and feminine and passive, the rough and the forceful and the hard and the loud and the active masculine energy is given its free space to do as it needs to do. And it's like now you've come to this space where you're finally getting what you want out of the relationship, which is both the love, the emotion, and the resources. Like this person could be, boldly declaring that they love you and they want you to live with them, or boldly confessing his love in front of everybody and his friends and his family, or making a proposal in front of your people, and they take the lead. I really feel like someone else is starting to take the lead here, and very big bold changes are happening in your life. And this kind of game that you were playing, and the steps that you kind of had to, the fine line that you had to walk for a while in this relationship, you can finally move away from that and start to relax more in who you are. That's the boldness that I see coming out of you, because it's like, shoot, once you in there, you in there. Once the person is in love, he's in love. Once you worked your way into the house, you in the house. It's that type of energy, and I don't say that in like this malicious way. That's just what it is. Once you play the game, but you finally capture someone's heart, and now they are addicted to you, and now they're attached to you. Now it's like you don't really have to abide by any rules of the game or anyone else's playbook anymore. You don't really have to do any more ass kissing. I'm sorry, that's what I felt for somebody. You don't have to really do that. You don't have to pander. You don't have to kind of, play sweet and nice when you know that you want to say this, that, and the other. You can be yourself now. You can be more vulnerable, because I feel like the type of connection that you're getting ready to have, Cancer, is going to allow you that space to really just truly be yourself. And this person is still going to love you regardless, because shoot, they've seen that you pretty much, you in there now. The emotions are flowing now. The love is there now. You know how some men say that when they get married, their wife become a whole new person. I'm like, no, that's who she was the whole time. She was just playing the game. Cancer, I'm sorry, this is exactly how it's coming out here. This just as big and bold as saying, this is how the message is coming across. But yeah, you pretty much now at the space going into 2020 where your person is tapped in. They tuned in to you. They're attached to you. You got it. You have won. You've played the game. Not saying that you just completely go off on left field and start being crazy, but you can relax a little more. You can allow yourself to be who you are now. You don't have to keep checking your actions and playing the game so well that you kind of deprive yourself of your authenticity, or that you kind of just, dial back on who you are. Now you can start introducing some of your interests, because you'll start getting more of what you want now that you have become the most important woman in this man's life, or now that you have become the acknowledged divine feminine to his divine masculine. You can kind of put your foot down about some things and say exactly what it is that you want, because it's no longer like you're in competition to be the woman. It's like now you are the queen. Now it's you and all about you. So you can ask for whatever it is you want, because you have won, you have achieved your position, you have secured your bag, I guess. You have secured your man. Oh. Forgive me if it seems kind of like, I don't know. Don't forgive me. No, you don't. This is what Spirit wanted to be said, so this is what needs to be said. Because again, there is a devil aspect here, and especially if you're dealing with a Capricorn, this is right up Capricorn's alley. The Capricorn man, he ain't trying to give all his money to or all his attention and love to one person. And men do that. That's another aspect of this, wand energy here. When men want to show you that they care for you, they give you things. A lot of men just want to provide for you. So this is just the natural order of how things are. This ain't me just trying to advocate like gold digging or whatever. It's just, this is what it is. You played the feminine role and you played it well. And it may not even be a feminine role. It can be just that you were taught really well how to use your feminine energy. Not even that you've been a trickster. But now you have come out of the place of having to yield to his needs to prove to him that you are worthy. Now he sees that you're worthy, and he has, made you or anointed you or ordained you the queen of his life. Now you start to reign, pretty much. It's your time to reign within the relationship, feminine, okay? So Cancer, that has been your reading. Thank you so much for watching. Comment and let me know exactly how this applies to your relationship, and how you know that you've won that spot as the main dame in this man's life, and the perks that come along with it. Let me know, okay? Subscribe, hit the notification button. Our channel is going up this year. I declare and decree it. I want you to be a part of it, okay? Love you, Cancer. Have a happy new year. See you later. Bye.